Hi, it's me, Dahlia, and it has been 2 weeks since I did my last live, so please forgive me. I have been so busy working and driving places, and by the time I get home, it has been late, so I apologize for that. I wanted to just give you guys a quick update on the real estate market and what's been going on. And today I will talk about new construction homes. Previously, I spoke about building a brand new home where you get to work with an architect and you're the bank to finance and create your own home. Well, today I wanted to talk about working with a builder and that they make specific models in the area and communities where you don't get as much involved in the process. You get to pick maybe finishes, but you don't get to work on selecting the land and financing the construction. That's all done by the builder. So I wanted to talk about that type of new construction. So new construction has had a boom this last month in May, and I wanted to share a little bit of why. New construction homes have very good incentives with regards to interest rates. I have seen in this current market, builders give interest rates as low as 3% and 4%, which right now is at 6 and 8% for everybody else. So sometimes people are like, well, if the purchase price maybe it is higher, but if the interest rate is lower, then that would be a thing for you to consider. That's why maybe that's what's going on right now. I also wanted to note that there is a pent up demand. So what we see, like what I'm seeing in real estate market, is like the rates went really high last week, up to 7%, and then everything kind of stalls. And as soon as the rates drop even a little bit, it's like you open the floodgates. So there's a lot of pent up demand, and I think that's what's causing, um, you know, real estate to keep going. So, um, so yes. So let me talk a little bit about this. So new construction homes, the builders have very great incentives for people to finance. So that's one of the plus sides. When you're purchasing a home, you work directly with the builder, and the builder has relationships with banks that help incentivize. Sometimes they give like free refrigerators or appliances or closing costs, things like that. Um, I do want to mention some of these are the pros. There's also a lot of how do I say it? Less maintenance and repairs when you purchase a brand new home, because it is brand new. Everything's pretty much been inspected. They come with the latest technology, and that's always good. Like, for example, for us in California, they have the highest and the best earthquake standards when you purchase these homes, because the newest earthquake codes are always better on a newer home versus an older home, because the things that we know now about soil, construction methods are a lot better than what we did like back in the day, right? So those things are really good when purchasing a new construction home. Now, another thing to note is like some of the cons that come with purchasing a brand new home is that if you don't know what you're doing, or if you don't have a realtor guiding you or looking over, you could end up with really high tax assessments, because when a new community is built, what happens is that there are higher taxes because there are um, new infrastructure being built, and sometimes the homeowners end up paying for that. Some communities don't pass that on to um, the buyer. The developer absorbs that, but in some places it is. So that's why I recommend that if you are buying a new construction home, you do work with a realtor that can ask these questions. If you don't know how to ask them, they could also run comps for you and help you look at different communities, and help you look at communities in the different phases that they come in, because all these different homes aren't just built all at once. Builder has phases that comes with it. Another thing to note is that if you are buying a new construction home, it's probably going to be cookie cutter. They've decided, like most places now have A, B, and C. And you get to pick one of those. The lots have gotten smaller and smaller, and they kind of look higher. So it'll be like a 2-story or 3-story. The higher, like, or the single-story homes are usually a little bit more pricier, and the lot size are usually smaller. And some of these houses, most of them come with HOAs. So that is something that you want to consider. Some people do not like that. Some people do not like HOAs, and they like homes that are not cookie cutter. So if you do not like cookie cutter, maybe a brand new construction home that you purchased through a builder is not going to be it. So you have to know yourself and see where you are. Another thing to consider if you're purchasing a new construction home is to work with your realtor. What happens is, as a realtor, I'm starting to know developers and places where my buyers like to go. So I kind of have an idea for what is typical, what's not typical. And they also work a lot with realtors because they know we're going to bring them more clients. So whenever there's specials and things like that or incentives for buyers, they always let us know first. If any of you are interested in a new construction home, I have a special website just for realtors where we could find data and builders plans in certain areas if you're interested. So please contact me about that. All right, and now going on to the real estate update, I wanted to tell you that um, this time last year, this time we have 16% more homes. But the interesting thing to note is that from this week to last week, the growth of homes on the market is only up 0.7%. So, what that means is at this moment, it's supposed to be the peak of when we have the most homes available, and that's not increasing, it's going down. So, I think by July, we're probably going to have less homes on the market this year than last year, which is where the houses that are on the market are usually the ones that are overpriced right now. Prices, buyers are really price sensitive. They are not going to buy an overpriced house, and you know why. The rates make it very expensive, and there's a lot of appraisal issues with the transactions that I have. A lot of, like I told you a few weeks ago, it was about 10 offers or 20 offers per house. So people are bidding high, but when the appraisal comes, the price is low, and then the house goes back on the market, or the seller has to negotiate with the buyer. So that's a lot of what I've been seeing. So I do expect prices to go up, and the data is showing that prices are expected to keep rising. Unfortunately, unless something drastic happens, which I mean, I've been proven wrong before. Look at COVID, right? So if you guys want in information regarding your specific zip code, so for example, where do you have, let's say, how many days on the market, the price point for condos or single family residences, let me know and we'll get you that information. Or if you want information about new construction homes with you, we could have in your area, we could have a consultation where I could look through the database I have, and I could share the price point and we compare that to a resale home and see if that's something that's of interest to you. So thank you for tuning in, and thanks for being part of my watching my show. And I hope if you guys have any real estate questions, please do not hesitate to ask. And have a great day and a great week. Bye bye.